Hello, friends. I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? I hope it's fantastic. Hope you had a great Easter. I hope you enjoyed the new intro, uh, which is the same intro with a different animation. I wasn't going to change the music. People have asked, the music that is in the intro and the outro for this show was written by a friend of mine, and he is credited the way he wished to be credited in the show notes. But it's wholly mine. Like, I own that music. So I'm not going to change that. And it used to be the intro was a lot longer. If you go back years and years and years ago, I cut it down to like a, whatever it is now, like a 6-second intro or something. But it used to be like a full 10 or 12 or 15 seconds. It was this long. There was, whatever. So I reworked the intro, make it a little, update it a little bit, change the logo slightly. I mean, the logo print, the logo mark is the same, but I get rid of the angular, jagged stuff and go back to a more kind of, I don't know, I guess a little retro, but whatever. It's a work in progress. I don't know that I like it yet. I think it's okay. I was hoping to have kind of the bubbles kind of pop a little bit more. It's okay. I don't mind it, but I'm not going to stop there, right? We've talked about moving forward with show stuff. I'm doing that. Baby steps. This is not going to be an overnight overhaul because that, I think, is setting me up for failure. If I try to let's just completely throw everything out and start over, whatever. So it's going to be baby steps. In step one, I think it's changing the look of things, getting it a little fresh, figuring out how to maybe not necessarily changing the look of this. I like this. I like the set, but I want to be able to do more stuff not in here, and I have to figure that part out. And I don't know what that's going to look like yet. So baby steps. We'll try it. We'll experiment. We'll do some things. We'll see what happens, and we'll go from there. That being said, I received some news today, and this is not a prank. This is legitimate. That we will potentially be forced. I don't know if that's the correct word. We potentially, probably, most likely, in the not too distant future, we will be recalled to the office, and all remote work will be stopped. Apparently, there was a general return to work order in like 2001 that was intended to be like you must go back to work, but lots of places didn't read it that way and just didn't. And we are one of those places. We have been working super, super well. Us and our parent agency have been working super, super well with remote work. It's been going great for us. We've saved tons of money, and we like it that way. But there has been some complaints because some agencies that are doing remote work are, kind of poaching employees, using that as a benefit. And so it's been said that we are to return to the office. Whether that happens or not, I don't know. It's still we're not positive that it applies to us, but I think that at this point, after 4 years of this, if it comes to that, I will be seeking a new employer. I just don't want to. I've enjoyed this process. I enjoy my focus at home. I enjoy the work that I get done at home, and it leaves me free to have lunches where I can be productive in my personal life. It leaves me free to not have to schedule entire days off to go to a doctor because I have to drive everywhere. It saves me so much. I just cannot imagine a life returning to the office, especially in my job. My job requires zero interaction with any other employees. The interactions that I have with are perfectly capable to be done online. I need zero in-person interaction. The clients that we meet with are 100% virtual. There's no option for me to meet with them in person. Like there's zero reason for me to be in an office other than it makes people jealous. And so there's a pretty good chance in the not too distant future I will be seeking a new employment. The problem is I don't really have any skills. I'm a software developer at heart, but I don't get to do a whole lot of it, and so by trade I'm like a junior developer, but I look like an old man. I have a PMP, but I don't get to really do project management on any scale, so can't really even claim to do that. So finding a job that pays what I make is the difficult part. Anyway, this weekend, what'd you do? Did you do anything exciting? We had kids here, both kids. Roland came in Friday night and stayed the night. We had them until Sunday. We went to Malia's family's. My kids wanted to go to their grandmother's house, so they went to their grandmother's house. So we got to, have a little family dinner. We got to do our birthday stuff, which is exciting for me. I can't show it to you, but I will soonish. I got a new jointer. My father-in-law found a used 6-inch jointer for insanely cheap. I have a 4-inch, so I'll be setting that up soon-ish, as soon as I can get out of the back of the car. My back is still messed up, so getting something in and out of the back of a car like that is a challenge. So I need to be able to pull that off. I haven't been reading as much. So softball has been taking a ton of time. We've been having games a lot and practice a lot. In fact, Friday night and Saturday, Malia and my kid went to the park for, 3-4 hours and practiced. So it's been a daily thing. I just haven't had time. I did read a book over the last week and a half, and I think that going forward, my plan is to do like a monthly wrap up of books that I've read, or if I read a whole bunch, I'll do a weekly wrap up or something like that. And then if a book really stands out that I want to talk about, we'll talk about it. Whether good or bad, if it stands out in a horrible way, so I think that's better than trying to say, I was trying to be like, I'm going to do a review for every single book I read. And I think that's just not good for this. This isn't what this is set up to be. But I think it's a cool thing to do, like as an insert. Like, hey, today we're going to talk about the 6 books I read last month or whatever. So that's cool. And the other thing is Chris had mentioned cartoons and like what's your favorite whatever. And then he mentioned maybe having a watch along, like where we all watch something and talk about it. I don't watch things like ever. If I do, it's educational content, like woodworking content or history type stuff. I don't watch TV. Like I don't have streaming services. I guess I technically have Prime because I have Prime. And so noted there, I think it's this Friday. It's either this Friday or next Friday. I'm not sure. I will be watching Fallout. So this is like a formal declaration that if you want to watch the Fallout show, I will watch it and then we'll talk about it on the following Monday. So that I'm going to make an effort to watch. I loved all of the Fallout video games, and so I think it's a natural fit for me. The trailers look good. I'm excited about it. But other than that, like I don't watch stuff. My kid went to see Dune Part 2 this weekend with her boyfriend. She hadn't even seen Part 1 and she loved it. I haven't seen Part 1 either. I have no interest in seeing Dune. It's not a big part of my life. The David Lynch movie I loved, but whatever. So that's what I've been up to. What did you get up to this weekend? Oh, I started this project. This is a prototype of a end table. Well, this will be. This is the top of an end table that we would like to have in our living room. We'd like to have 2. So I'm building a prototype to see if the size and shape and all that sort of fits our needs. That way I'm not building a couple, out of hardwood that we're not going to keep. This is just intended to be a temporary, let's try it out, see if we like it. And if we do, I'll order the hardwood and then we'll make it out of probably cherry, because everything else in there is cherry. We'll make 2 of them. And then the nice thing about this is this pine kind of slapped together pine furniture does really, really well in Malia's mom's craft store. So once we've tested this and see if we like it, then it can go to her and she can sell it in her craft store. So Yeah, that's what I've been up to. Let me know what you got going on. Let me know what you think about the intro and then the new outro screen. You might be seeing it now. I don't know. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends and wonderful people. I really appreciate you. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Today's word you should know to sound smart is unsavory. It's an adjective meaning distasteful, unpleasant, disreputable, of dubious reputation. Our future is inextricably linked to what happens in Washington, D.C., and we know that it's very unsavory reality. Don Libby, a directing marketer and advisor. Unsavory, UNSAVORY. Is something that's sweet also unsavory? Like, or is that anti-savory?